Howdy. Welcome to part 2, the beer crawl. This is where we're going to be getting every kind of beer in RuneScape that isn't available via brewing. We're going to start with the simple pubs. We're going to go only to the fastest of pubs for certain craft. But we're going to cover every craft you can't get by brewing. We're going to start with our basic Falador. This is our homestead as far as beer goes. It has probably the three most popular beers in RuneScape. Talk to either Kaylee or Emily. It takes one more click now that or two more clicks now that I did partial of a quest. However, they serve 3 ales here. Asgardian Ale, Wizard Mind Bomb, and Dwarven Stout, as well as plain beer, I believe, actually. Pretty sure they serve 4. Let me double check real quick. It's been a while since I've actually harvested beer here. Nope, they just sell those 3 craft. That's okay, because also located in Falador is what is most likely the fastest, and I've heard it quoted as the fastest beer served in RuneScape. In all of Gielinor, excuse me. Climb upstairs and introduce yourself to Lucy. How do you think she got the red party hat? Button mash, click, space, 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 1, space, space, click. Doing this, you can fill an inventory, climb downstairs, run to the bank, and be back in time to make about 1,100 pints an hour. This is probably the most abused by the beer bots that I've noticed. From time to time, they pop up from time to time. They never seem to use note paper. Given about 15 to 30 bots scattered across different worlds. I've caught them doing this before. I've done the math. They can add up to over 500,000 pints a day. Next we have Lucy's competitor, though this may be locked to some of you. I probably should have teleported, but I enjoy the scenic route. Pardon the lag. Enter this portal to your player own port. right click this bar mage. Use right click face.
There you go, my little barnacle. Nice and fluffy.
It's poorly poured, but it only costs 1 GP, a pint.
There you go, my little bar. There you go, there you go, there you go, my little bar. There you go, my little bar.
As you can see, right click is preferable.
There you go, there you go.
This is what makes her the top competitor with
There you go, there you go, my little bar. There you go, there you go, my little bar. There's nothing. There you go, my little bar. There you go. There you go, my little barnacle. Nice and frothy.
Next, where should I take you? Let's go to Yanil. As you can see, quite quick beer here. Our next bar, however, is not going to be so quick serving beer to us. This is space, space, space. 2 or 3. Dreamin's Ale and Dragon's Bitter. Not in that order. They also serve regular beer. What I like to refer to as plain Jane. Continue that transaction out. Next we're going to Karamja, since it's right next door. Sorry about that, wrong direction. Autopilot from last video. Head north. Around this building. Note, if you take these beer glasses or at least the ones you can take, and use them on this barrel right here with the tap on it, you can fill up a beer glass for free. However, that's not why we're here. This bartender here space the 2 space. Now, even though you thank the bartender and you get your beer and he takes your change, watch this when I hit space one more time. Oh dear, I don't seem to have enough money. Jagex, you really gotta get on that. I don't know if it has to be voted to be fixed, but put it on the ballot. Next, a little bit of minutia. We're going to go to Sears Village real quick. Now this pub, despite being close to the bank, isn't that fast of a beer. Compared to Lucy, nobody's fast. Still, believe it or not, Lucy Pizza. Don't know how, don't know why, but Lucy still pizza. While we're here, is this man right here, the poison salesman. During your frenetic trials, you're gonna find out that this guy sells low alcohol kegs. I've gone too far into the quest, but it's a cool, unique, untradeable. I don't know how unique you might consider it, but I consider it kind of unique. Next stop, we're going to Alcarid. Stop by the bank to drop off the beer we've already collected. And gather some note paper, as the next pub is quite stocked. Gonna run down here. We're gonna talk to the rug merchant. We're gonna go to South. I'm not going to butcher that name. Sorry for not pronouncing some names, my dyslexia is quite bad. And my southern accent doesn't do justice to my English blood. Talk to the barman. Like a drink. He stocks 10 beer, you can buy them all at once. He also stocks your basic liquors, at least 3 of them, and grog. Your grog is very slow to restock. However, your beer, as you can see, restocks about every, let's count it out on the next one. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. There you go. As you can see, he also stocks wine. Next, we're going to teleport to Canifus. Y'all are going to enjoy the next 2 craft, as they're the fastest and quite unique. We're gonna talk to Rovar, I believe his name is. Right click. Right click base. Trade. Click. Click. Moonlight meat is what he serves, and he serves it pretty quick. About 1,001, or actually about 2,000 pints, and 2,100-ish pints an hour if you're on focus. He's competing with who I like to call or refer to as Crystal. Just note these beers real quick to make room. Gonna teleport to Menopause. Moonlight meat is technically food, by the way, and that's all the purposes it serves. It only just heals you. It doesn't do anything to your stats. It's the only beer that does this. Gonna head south of the lodestone. Gonna talk to this bartender. She's right click based, just like Rovar. Only she serves Squex juice. These two, her and Rovar, serve beers at about the same rate, just about as fast as you can right click and left click. And note your inventories. Next we're going to what I would assume is Jagex's answer to me. This is the second to newest craft released in the game. Oh, it's hot in Texas even at night. Gonna talk to Bart. Bart, while serving Dwarven Stout and beer, serves the alms of death. However, watch this. Yep, did you catch that? 1 minute to restock 1 pint of this stuff. I have an standing order for over 55,000 pints. It's going to take me forever to get them. Next stop, we're going to the Fremennik province. gonna head west. We're gonna enter the Longhouse. Once you've completed enough of the frenetic trials, or I hear barkeep will sell you either 10 pints of this, 10 pints of tankards, or 10 pints of keg of beer. Right now, just running kegs of beer from this lady here all the way to the GE and just posting them for sale is making more per hour than bossing Zora, I hear. You're gonna take your lighthouse teleport. You have to complete a quest in order to get in here. However, it is worth it. And I'm not a quester, so most quests that are required beer or retrieving beer are at max 15 minutes. 15 minutes to complete, or at least get far enough to get the beer. Gonna scroll down to his general store. He sells grog at 10 pints, Wizard Mind Bomb 10 pints, Warden Stout 10 pints, Ingredients Ale 10 pints. He is very slow to restock though. You can probably hit him up maybe twice a day. There is one more pub that I can't cover that's quest logged. It's either in... it's on one of the islands under one of the forts. It serves cider and beer and tankards, I believe. Though don't quote me on that, I've never personally been. Let's see, where should I take you next? Well, now that all the pubs that are quickest and serve different craft have been covered, we're going to cover the couple of craft that don't come from pubs or brewed. You're gonna need to go to your bank. Grab your Draymond staff. Draymond staff. Open the door. Enter the crop circle. I hope you brought your impling jars and net because I surely didn't. Not gourmet implings. Push through the grass. Ah, follower. Bye bye, Tinger. At least for now, Tinger. Don't worry, he'll come back out in a minute. Not young implings. And not nature implings. Not baby implings. Not essence implings. But electric implings. You're going to want to catch 100 of them as they spawn the next craft, which is Slayer's Resprite. You're gonna loot these little suckers for all they got, which is about 1 to 2 pints, or 2 noted pints to every 100 loots about. Okay, next up is our newest craft, and still an answer to me, from Jagex most likely. However, this one, it falls from the sky. Head north of the Eagle Peak Lodestone. About 3 clicks, then go a little bit west. Okay, maybe 4 clicks. To this big gray patch, new area, where the eternal magic trees are. Unfortunately, I don't have the requirement to chop these yet. You have to be 100 wood cutting level. And my level is a sad 94 at the moment. They really outdid themselves on this one. I've been paying out the behind at the GE to keep stock of it. It came out last December. It's called Lumberjack's Courage, and it stacks. It's the only beer that stacks without being noted. Now there is one more craft source for craft beer. As a matter of fact, mature. I can't go over it because I lacked a quest to access Prif. And also the thieving, my thieving would need to be about 93 or 94, I believe. If you thieve the guard, if you pickpocket the guards of Prif, they loot Dwarven Stout Mature. Oh, and before I forget, one last stop. To the 2 beers that take the most clicks out of any craft to get. Going towards the south bank, towards the port. That's one space. A1, a space, another space, A2, A3, or A1. Only select 2, 3, 2 or 3. You're gonna get Ranger's Aid for 25 GP each, or you're gonna get a mature Ranger's Aid. 50 coins. Also from here, their famous skewered kebabs. These are an old school money maker. They almost always insta sell on the G for a decent profit. Usually collectors can pay around 11 to 14,000 sometimes insta selling on the G. At least they did about 3 years ago before I started doing beer. Let's call back Kinger. Majestic, isn't he? Thank you for joining me in the beer crawl. Part 2 of 3 or 4 part series on beer in RuneScape 3. Check out the first one, Beer's Basics, or RuneScape 3 Beer Basics. Something of that nature will be the title. Thanks for joining me.